everyone, we are Sunny, Megan, Shannon, and Clara. We are a group of senior year students from文藻University, studying in the English department. Nowadays, there are a lot of people who only know the routine of praying instead of understanding that temple construction is also related to our life, let alone knowing temple construction can be pieces of art. For example, although the Sun-Fong temple is a famous temple in Kaohsiung, however, few people have done research on its architecture and explored the meanings behind it. Therefore, we would like to take this opportunity to introduce the structure of a temple. Sun-Fong Gong, which is a temple with more than 350 years of history, is a well-known renowned temple and the biggest Heieh Tzu temple in Kaohsiung, Taiwan. Even our President Tsai had been there in 2019. You may wonder what a Heieh Tzu temple is. Heieh Tzu temple is a kind of temple that worships Noza, a god shaped like a kid. Most people flock there to pray for fortune and safety. It started refurbishing in 1964 and finished refurbishing in the 61st year of the Republic era, which is 1972. So the temple you see now is a renovated one. We place more emphasis on temple construction than the majority of people do on matters such as how to pray at a temple. The rationale for this choice is because many people just have a basic grasp of prayer and don't realize that building temples has a direct impact on how we live our lives. To say nothing of the fact that temples may be works of art. Despite being a well-known temple in Kaohsiung, not many people have studied the Sun-Fong temple's architecture or investigated the significance of its design. Consequently, we would like to use this occasion to introduce the design of a temple. The design of temple. Lion statue. The first thing you can see right in front of the temple is a pair of lion statues. They are traditional decorations in Taiwan and they do not only have the usage of exercising and driving ghosts away, but also guarding. You will usually see a pair of lion statues with one male lion and another female lion statue. But in Sun-Fong Temple, they use two male lion statues. Why? The reason is that when Taiwan was ruled by Japan, it wasn't allowed to have religion. So Taiwanese created two male lion statues to protect Heieh Tzu, the god shaped like children. However, because of the Taiwan tradition that they prefer boys to girls, they wanted to pass the temple tradition to the males and continue this tradition. That's why Sun-Fong Temple uses two male lion statues to remind people of this culture. How can we know that they are male lions? There are many ways to differentiate the male and female lion statues. First, we have to compare their appearance. The male lion statue will be even bigger than the female one. Their eyes are more round than those female lion statues, but both have white noses. You can also see that the male lion has a bell connecting to his head. The paws of male lions are obvious. Male lion statues will have a ball in their mouth with their mouth open. On the other hand, female lion statues will keep their mouths closed, showing their teeth and carrying a baby lion on their chest, playing with balls. What is similar is that they have skew thread patterns on their head and back. Last but not least, their tails will be facing up. Stone drum. This is a stone drum. The drum surface is often engraved with a spiral screw, so it is also called a screw drum stone. It is usually put in front of the doors to stable the wooden structures. Similar to the lion statues, the screw drum stones are also used to guard and protect the temple. It is said that by talking to the stone drum, it will make your wish come true. There is also a saying that when a delinquent enters a temple, the drum will rattle. The drum stone is not only the symbol of the system and construction level, but also the symbol of riches and honor. You can easily notice that there are screw thread patterns on it. Some even have the patterns on both sides of the surface. It is the magic weapon used by the Nuwa, the goddess of sky patching, to lift the stone to the sky, while the spiral is a representative of the snake and a representative of Nuwa. Dragon Pillar. The dragon pillar. This is also a very representative decoration in temples. However, there are differences in the pillars of each temple. It can be defined into two groups, 4-finger claws and 5-finger claws. In Chinese tradition, the dragon is the highest clan. Claws with 5 fingers are representative of dragons. It is only for the emperor, and we can usually find 5-finger claws dragons in those temples that worship the Jade Emperor. If you find out that a dragon pillar has 4 fingers in each claws, then it means it's a python. Most temples in Taiwan have dragon pillars with 4 fingers in each claws. And in Sun-Fong Temple, we can see that their dragon pillars have 4-finger claws dragons. There's a funny story shared by the chairman of the temple. He said, there was a restroom beside the temple before, but the 4-finger claw dragon will roll the stool so that the restroom was demolished. The architecture style. Now let us take a look at the architecture style of Sun-Fong Temple. The style of Sun-Fong Temple is Northern Palace architecture style. After 1949, Northern Palace architecture style was introduced from Northern China. In order to educate you guys about temple architecture, we will compare the Northern Palace architecture style and Minnan architecture style. Here will be 3 main points. First, the style. Northern Palace architecture style is solemn and stable and focuses on the symmetry. In order to highlight the temple status and authority, it will have stairs in front of the temple. Unlike Minnan architecture style, it's extravagant and it only has several steps in front of the temple. Second, Northern Palace style is simple without any over-decoration. Besides, it is usually used in monochrome on the decoration, like blue, green, and yellow. On the other hand, one of the main points of Minnan style is the color. It used the red teal as the main color, and all kinds of color are available. It's rich and bold. Last but not least, in Northern Palace style, it will have ornaments on the main ridge, which is called Qi-wen. It's a shape that mixes the head of a dragon and the body of fish. For the Minnan architecture style, at the end of the main ridge will be the shape of a swallowtail. It used to be decorated with fragmented art, Cochin pottery, and clay sculpture. Besides, in Northern Palace style, there will be immortal beasts at the end of the ridge. Sun-Fong Temple has some status on the eaves. In Chinese, we call 仙人走兽. However, there are 2 reasons why they put Qi-wen and immortal beasts on the main ridge and eaves. One is for decoration, and another is that it can avoid leaking. The statuses were put on the intersection of the eaves. When time goes by, the eaves will easily leak or break. So, the status is used to fix the ridge of the roof. Moreover, immortal beasts can be separated into 2 parts, immortal and beast. excluded immortal. Beast is always in odd numbers. For example, Sun-Fong Temple has 3 and 5 statues on the eaves. They are immortal, dragon, phoenix, lion, Pegasus, Suan-Yi. However, the use of immortal and beast was strictly regulated during the Qing dynasty. Only the Hall of Supreme Harmony in Forbidden City in Beijing, which is the highest level, can place 10 beasts on the eaves. In Taiwan, these two architecture styles is used widely. Now, we will give some examples of these two styles. For Northern Palace architecture style, we have 2 representative buildings, such as Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall and National Concert Hall. For the Minnan architecture style, we also have 2 examples, like Yingcai Academy and Shanhou Folk Culture Village. Kaisen ceiling. The kaisen is a symbol of the Chinese feudal system, and it can be only used in the most honorable buildings. The kaisen can also be called a spider web. In addition, the most central part of the kaisen is octagon or nearly circle, also known as the Dingxing mirror. Basically, a kaisen ceiling is built for supporting the beam. Later, it evolved into a place for craftsmen to compete. They show their creativity and carving skills on it. The structure of the kaisen became increasingly complex and dazzling. There are many kinds of kaisen ceilings. For example, the kaisen ceiling of Sun-Fong Temple is the classic round one and rectangle. Door gods. Door gods are used to seek luck and avoid calamity. In the old generation, there are 2 door gods called Shen Tu and Yu Lei. The emperor assigned them to guard the gates of the ghosts because they always look mean. After that, they became the door gods. It's a rumor that if ghosts try to escape from the door, these 2 door gods will tie them up and feed them to tigers. During the Tang Dynasty, Shen Tu and Yu Lei were replaced by Qin Shu Bao and Wei Shi Gong. According to the Journey to the West, there was a fortune teller called Yuan Shou-cheng. He has the ability to foretell where the river's fish will be and instruct the fishermen to fish. However, because of overfishing, the king of Jiang River got mad at Yuan Shou-cheng. He bet with Yuan Shou-cheng, but he eventually broke the god's command. So, the Jade Emperor requested that Wei Zhen beheaded the king of Jiang River. The king of Jiang River asked Emperor Taizong of Tang for help, but it was in vain. The king of Jiang River was still beheaded by Wei Zhen in Wei Zhen Stream. After his death, he complained that Emperor Taizong of Tang did not keep his faith. His soul went to Taizong's room every night, causing Taizong unable to sleep well. Therefore, Qin Shu Bao and Wei Shi Gong volunteered to guard Taizong's room all night. That night, nothing happened. However, Qin Shu Bao and Wei Shi Gong are mortal. They cannot guard the room day and night due to the health issues. So, Taizong came up with an idea of asking the painter to portray a drawing of Qin Shu Bao and Wei Shi Gong to hang it in front of his room. During the night, nothing happened. As a result, Qin Shu Bao and Wei Shi Gong were regarded as the new door gods. Nowadays, people carve the gods on the template and place it on the door, which can make it more three-dimensional and repel the ghosts. Furthermore, the door gods of Sun-Fong Temple were carved by Li Jhih-ying. The eye tracking method is used in all of his works in Sun-Fong Temple. The eye tracking method has the point that as you move left and right, the eyes and the feet of the statues will change directions. This is the end of our video. Hope you enjoy and gain more information and knowledge about Sun-Fong Temple and its architecture. This is Sunny, Megan, Shannon, and Clara. Thank you and goodbye.